Hi guys, long time. Welcome to the first episode of the Schooling Life series with me, your host, Randy Puthi. The Schooling Life series is basically a series targeted at having conversations with students across different walks of life, be it high school students, first year students at university, or even current university students. As somebody who has been through all of these phases of schooling life or school life, I understand the anxiety and the stress that comes with being in these phases. But I also do appreciate the beautiful moments that I've gotten to share with my schoolmates, with my teachers, and just the general experiences of being a student back home in Botswana. I know that right now, if you're a high school student, you are so excited to finish your Form 5 finally, so you can go to university and be your own man and be your own woman. But let me tell you, there is more to life than these things, okay? There's way more to life than these things. And there are a couple of things that you need to consider as a first year student, as a Form 5 student, or even as a current university student that will determine the trajectory of your life after high school, in university, and post university. But on today's episode, I'm just going to be focusing on addressing the first year students of university. You've probably decided on what course you want to do when you get to university, right? You figured that when you were done, that is the career you want to fall into. But the reality also is that careers change and desires change with time, because when you are still in high school, you're a certain version of yourself. But as you begin to explore different parts of yourself as an individual, as you begin to go through different experiences in life, you also change. And I think a lot of the times as people, we tend to have that fear of evolving as humans, because change is such a scary thing for a lot of us. We are very much comfortable with the aspect of the things that are familiar to us, even if sometimes they stunt our growth. But there also is an upside to that. What I'm saying to you is it's okay to know what it is that you want to do when you get to university and what your career aspirations are, but you also need to leave room for that part of you that will grow, because life will force you to grow. Okay, for that part of you that will grow. And I want you to be able to embrace and acknowledge that part and see how it is that you can make the old you and the new you come together into the next chapter of your life. Outside of having career aspirations, I want you to also have personal aspirations. I want you to write down your identity. I want you to write down the things you appreciate about yourself, the things that maybe you don't appreciate about yourself. I want you to have a list of how it is that you perceive yourself right now as an individual, okay? Because this list is going to be very crucial at certain points of your life. Guys, like I had said, we change. The person that you were at primary school is not the person that you're going to be at high school. The person that you were in high school is not going to be the person that you are or will be when you get to university. And by the end of university, all of these people may sometimes not even exist, because life forces us to change and to tap into different parts of ourselves that we never thought we could possibly tap into. And sometimes these could be bad things, sometimes these could be good things, but nonetheless, it is still growth, and that is all part of the process of being an individual, of being a human being. And we need to embrace these different parts of ourselves. And after writing these personal aspirations, what I would love for you to do then is to write your career goals. Who is this version of you career wise? And I want you to compare the career person with the personal aspirations and see if at all there is an alignment. If there's a misalignment, then it's okay. It's okay. You'll probably grow into that version that you want to be career wise, or your career will fit into your personal aspirations as time goes. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. I'm just an overthinker, okay? I plan 10 times ahead, and I'm always anxiety ridden, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm sharing this with you because it took me a long time to get to the point that I'm at right now. For a long time, I always believed that I wanted to become a doctor. And then when I got to university, I realized that I can't get into medicine because I was a couple of points short from doing the BSc program. And then I fell into social sciences. And I didn't remember, but I remember that there was one time in my French class in high school where we were writing a composition about ourselves and our career aspirations and stuff like that. And I remember I did say that I wanted to become a psychologist, and I had completely forgotten about this. Like, I had completely forgotten about this. And it wasn't until a couple of months ago, I was having a conversation with the Holy Spirit, and he reminded me. Actually, no, it was a long time ago. It was a couple of years ago. I had this conversation with the Holy Spirit, and he reminded me of that composition that I wrote. And I remember vividly that I asked my French teacher what psychologist is in French. And it was just, So that's why I'm saying that it is very important to just have a list of of how it is that you perceive yourself today, and the aspirations that you're working towards career wise and within your personal life, because you're going to need that template in the future to either reel you back in to focus, or to reignite that confidence that you might lose as time goes, or to remind you who you are when life gets hard. Another thing that you need to do is to do a research on the market, right? Sometimes the career that you are working towards might get saturated as time goes, or it will experience a shift in the market. So having an understanding of the market that you're trying to tap into will give you a huge competitive advantage, because then as you are doing your academic life, you'll also be able to have an idea of how it is that you can tailor make your current study time to how it is the market might be looking by the time that you are done studying. That will help you to get involved with the right individuals and the right associations that will help pivot you more towards getting into that space, or towards achieving that goal or that career aspiration that you may have. Fact of the matter is, the industry or the market is continuously changing. Even though some aspects stay the same, but they are in some way evolving to meet the times that we are in, to meet the needs that we are in. And right now we are living in the times of digital work, of technology, right? And it is advancing on a crazy level. And soon enough, there will be certain industries that will not have the need for human use because of how technology or machines are taking over in those industries, right? So you want to pick a course that will allow you to be able to still play a role, even if technology or softwares are still probably making up majority of that industry or majority of that space. Another key thing, you need to make sure that you're always prepared. Okay. Personally, for me, I realized at a very later stage in my life that I am a fast learner when it comes to seeing or having a visual representation of a task or whatever it is that you're trying to teach me. I pick up quicker and easier when I am doing it, or I see you doing it and I'm repeating what it is that you're doing. But if I have to sit down and listen to you talk like the usual form of academic learning, I struggle with that a bit, attention wise, or even just grasping that information that you're giving me. And I realized a couple of months ago that if I was to go back to university and probably do my masters and stuff like that, I would have to be one of those people who over prepares, so that by the time that I do sit down and the lecturer is teaching, I already have an idea of what it is that they are talking about, and all that I would need to do would be to confirm or get clarity on some of the things that I did not pick up on or the things that I did not understand. And I wish I would have realized this about myself at a much more earlier stage. That's why I'm sharing this with you, because it is important that you also try and figure out what your learning style is, so that when you get to university or when you start your program, you start your courses, you have an idea and you have a plan on how it is that you can learn better for yourself. Oh my gosh, I thought using natural light would just do me good, but right now the sun is just doing me dirty. Another important thing is to be familiar with your lecturers, okay? If, say, maybe you have a lecturer who probably is really ever there, try make use of the next available lecturer and try learn as much as possible from them. I didn't realize how important it is to make use of the faculty management as well as just the faculty holistically, because how one lecturer teaches you might be different from how another lecturer teaches you. And you'll find that another lecturer's method makes more sense to you than your actual lecturer's. But in so doing, though, ultimately what's important is being able to gain information in a way that just makes sense to you and makes life easier for you, and applying it in a way that your lecturer probably be able to mark you up, right? It's a game, it's a system. You get used to it, you figure it out. But at least I'm here, I'm sharing some tips with you and just giving you an idea so you're not shocked. Last but not least, it is important for you to be emotionally and mentally resilient. If you thought that doing your Form 5 was a pain in your booty, wait until you actually get to university. You'll realize what pain is, because university is all about being self-sufficient and self-reliant. Okay, you have nobody following you around and asking you about your assignments and things like that. The only person that matters is you. And if you cannot motivate yourself to get the assignments done, if you cannot motivate yourself to get good grades, then the only person that's going to suffer at the end of it all is you, and not through corporal punishment, but through life. It is important for you to also have a network or a support system at university, of people who will encourage you, of people who will motivate you, of people who will also just help to keep you grounded. Okay? Your social networks matter. Even the people who you left in high school, they will matter once you get to university. Whether they went to university or they didn't, they will matter, because life just has a very funny way of happening. So it is very important to have a good type of influential social group and supportive group around you. And also with family, share some of your experiences with them, okay? Because yes, maybe your mom or your dad didn't go to university and you probably feel like they don't understand what it is that you're going through. And yes, everybody is just out here trying and fighting for their lives in adulthood, but having that support system is very, very crucial, because they are the same people who will motivate you and hold you down when university gets tough. This is for the parents. Parents, be involved in your children's life. Be involved in that process throughout university. For parents who may not have excelled academically, or you don't have much of an understanding of your child's program, have conversations with them, learn from them. Take the initiative to also sometimes read an article that has to do with the program of study that they are in. This is to show that you are interested and you are invested in your child's academic life. I know that you are out here fighting for your life, trying to hustle, trying to bring bread to the table, but your child will never stop being a child. And your child will always need you. Your child will always need your support. Even if they are shutting you out or not letting you in, just make sure that you're involved. I wish I would have allowed my mom more into my life during my university days, but I didn't do much of that. And it's only now that I'm learning how to involve her more in anything that has to do with my life, right? I've always felt like I had to be self sufficient or to be self reliant. Especially when it comes to my academic life, I've always felt like I had to make decisions myself and stuff like that. But I didn't realize that she had the desire to want to be part of the process, but I just never really gave her access to my life on that level. So just be involved. Even if they shut you out, just be involved. Try. Okay. And then also do give them the space to be able to just come to you and share with you. But if they see that you are trying, a small part of them will be able to recognize that, darn, I'm actually probably being mean to my parent right now. Let her in. They're making an effort. I hope that this episode has been helpful to you as a parent and also as a student. I'll keep posting more on this series. I will keep sharing more with you guys. Whatever it is that you wish to know, whatever it is that you wish to have more conversations about, feel free to DM me. Feel free to reach out to me on my socials, to leave a comment below, and make sure to share with your circle. Who knows, there's somebody out there who might be in need of this video, and with you just sharing this with them, it could be a step in the right direction for them in their lives. So thank you for taking the time to join me, and I will see you on the next episode of Schooling Life. Bye.